Lennox Lewis offers to train Daniel Triple D Dubois. And let me counterpunch. I never really thought about Lennox Lewis training Dubois, more so AJ than Dubois, you know, but I look at the possibility. We do know that Dubois is looking for another trainer, and I think Lennox Lewis is trying to put his bid in. Could he learn something from Lennox? Of course he could, because I think Lennox Lewis has forgotten more about boxing than certain fighters know today. You know what I mean? He's that talented. You know what I mean? Especially for a heavyweight. The things to do, the things to practice. And I see nothing wrong with it, you know? I know Lennox Lewis lost a lot of favor when he mentored Frazier Clark with the way you jab and, you know, you put your guard up, and Fabio Wardley was fast enough to get past that front guard and catch him with that right hand that dislocated and broke Clark's jaw. So everybody did look back at Lennox Lewis like maybe that was the reason he got chinned, because of the person that was mentoring him, right? So, but other than that, you know, Lennox Lewis, you know, he trains several fighters in his hometown of Jamaica. So Daniel Dubois, I think he could learn something from Daniel. Daniel already has a good jab. You know, nothing wrong with critiquing it. You know, I have no problem with it. You know, I just wonder what could he teach Daniel that could help Daniel, because maybe some of the things that Daniel needs. I don't think it's nothing wrong with his defense. I think everything else is wrong with his mentality. And, you know, can you teach that? Can you give someone mental toughness? Can you rewire a fighter? And I don't think you can. I think it's up to that fighter. You know, he can try to convince us that, hey, you know, I'm a different guy and stuff like that, until he gets caught with shots and he can't land back. And, you know, and we've seen that, and a lot of people put him right back on the question mark list of being a quitter. So I don't know if Lennox Lewis can help him with that. You know what I mean? I don't know if Lennox can help him. I just think if anything at all, you know, we have a possible fighter that's only going to be set in certain ways, you know? But other than that, I like the idea of it. You guys tell me what you think of Lennox Lewis offering to train Daniel Triple D Dubois. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!